All right, go see if we can get this weed in the ground. Here. I went and checked beans before I came and got the tractor, just to see where, just to get an idea of where things are at. And I don't it's supposed to get up to 76 tomorrow, supposed to. If it gets up to 76 early enough in the day, and if we get a breeze through the night to kind of help keep the dew knocked down, which I don't have a very high hopes of a breeze lasting through the night, but if we get lucky on all counts, they might go tomorrow maybe down to 15. And I just got off the phone with the elevator, talked to one of the marketing girls down there, and she said if absolutely necessary they would take up to 17 to get some loads off the field. Which part of the reason they're not set up to dry beans down there, they don't have a bean leg that goes to a dryer, and their corn dryer, even if they wanted to dry beans, their corn dryer right now is slammed full for obvious reasons. And so they are actually trying really hard to get corporate to put them in a bean drying system, because this is not the first year we've had this issue. We had this same issue, what was it? It wasn't that long ago. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. I have it on video. It was my last beans coming out, but a lot of guys had beans out after me, but we were mudding beans out and they were coming out rather wet, but not quite to this extent. But anyway, they'd really like to get a bean drying system down there just as a contingency, but they can only do so much being a corporate elevator. Let her warm up for a minute. So I got the head, obviously the 7300's back in the middle. I got the head on it, so that if I do cut, all I got to do tomorrow is come grab the combine. It's greased, it's got fuel in it, it's ready to go. It's just a matter of finding dry beans. And when I get done planting wheat, or when I get done with wheat this afternoon, I'm going to go check a couple other fields and see if I can find some that are drier than where I was, or where I checked a little bit ago. It's just not. Every day that passes and the closer we get to November is one day less likely that we're going to see beans at or under 15% again. On the upside, all the greens finally snapped out of them, but too little too late on that deal. So I don't know, it is what it is. There's also there's been 2 dryer fires that I know of so far. One of them was catastrophic. It was a loss. And Madison down at the elevator said she thought, or she couldn't come up with the name, but there was a third one. The part of the problem is all the corn's coming out over 30%, and with 30% corn, it's got to sit in that dryer so dang long that you either let it sit there and cook, which builds up a crap ton of heat and leads to the potential of a fire, especially if you got a lot of bees wings in there, or B, you got to double batch it, bring it down halfway, cool it, bring it out of the dryer, cycle it, and then run it through twice. Cuts down on your chances of fire, but then it takes twice as long. So, and even on a continuous flow dryer, you got to slow the thing down so dang much. You're back to that heat buildup thing. She said that down there they've been having a hell of a time with their dryer plugging up with bees wings, because when the corn's this wet, the combine will not take bees wings out when they're this wet. They stick to everything. It's just not. But yeah, one of the neighbors that lives over here their tower dryer caught on fire twice in one day. And then some friends of ours that do some custom work for me every once in a while, they spread my lime on that hayfield earlier this summer. They got a shivers unit on one of their bins, and they don't know if it was bees wings or if there was a raccoon nest that they missed when they were cleaning everything out or what, but that one caught on fire, and whatever caught on fire, it caught the corn in the bin on fire. It burnt the burner unit up. It took 2 fire departments, and they were out there till 4 in the morning vacuuming corn out of the bin to make sure that nothing else, or to make sure it didn't keep smoldering. And like I say, it was a total loss. It roached the dryer unit, and they don't know if it damaged any bin pan, or if it crinkled any bin panels yet, because they were still trying to get, they got to go in and sweep the bin to get the rest of the corn out of it. And they don't know if it got hot enough to crack the foundation, which if it cracked the foundation, depending on the severity of it, that could lead to bigger problems yet. But they were calling all around trying to get parts and stuff for it, and everybody they were talking to said 6 to 8 month lead time on parts and time to get it fixed. So they're basically down a complete dryer unit. So it's going to be an interesting year. But anyway, we're going to go plant some wheat, so we'll catch you at the field. I ran the wagon over there last night, so it's set ready to go.
Yeah, I've been running for a long time. Kiss me if you can. I've been a Gulf Coast cowboy, to Louisiana plowboy, Nashville's wanted man. Roughneck and turn me loose, and I came bucking out to shoot, riding nothing but the truth, but a blue collar backwoods band. A little dirt road, so redneck rock and roll, and a whole lot of who I am. 18 hours on 4-barrel tires, a bunch of whiskey bent pickers, and a beat up van. Town by town, we spread this here sound all over the land. Somewhere between old Hank and Big Bob Seeger's where I make my stand. I'm the bucking boss, 6-string lane frost, still out here riding for the brand. Yeah, I've been running for a long time, running roughshod and reckless. Old Skinner knows my name, and I sang and drank with Hank and two-stepped in Texas. But I made my own road, kept out of control, still chopping out a hole most any time I can. And getting right every Saturday night and putting a few more miles on the music, man. 18 hours on 4-barrel tires, a bunch of whiskey bent pickers, and a beat up van. Town by town, we spread this here sound all over the land. Somewhere between old Hank and Big Bob Seeger's where I make my stand. I'm the bucking boss, 6-string lane frost, still out here riding for the brand. And a beat up van. Town by town, we spread this here sound all over the land. Somewhere between old Hank and Big Bob Seeger's where I make my stand. I'm the bucking boss, 6-string lane frost, still out here riding for the brand.
right, wrong, or indifferent, it's planted. I don't think the drill says quite 8 acres. I forgot to reset the counter when I first started, and I made a round in that other field, and drill says about 7.5, but there should be 8. So anyhow, now I gotta try to get everything home and get stuffed in the barn before it gets dark on me. So I guess we shall see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully, it'd be nice to cut beans, but I don't have very high hopes, so we'll just have to see how it plays out. But anyway, that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.